I bet you've had that feeling of wanting to know if the person that you love really loves you, when they seem to be non-committal or, a bit casual about it. You don't really know if you're the one for them, if you're a couple or not. And something gets really stirred up inside you and you want to find out. And one of the ways that you might want to do it is to flirt with someone else to see if they get jealous. It's very common, it's very natural, it's very potent, because you'll know for sure when they react to it that they have a feeling for you. So it's very concrete, it's very overt, and it gives you that sense of satisfaction, even if you have to make them upset in the process. But stop a minute and think if it's really going to give you what you want in the long term. Maybe in the short term it gives you what you want, but what do you set up instead? Is it a healthy connection? Is it always going to be based on testing each other out and giving them little tests and hoops to jump through? Is that really what you want your relationship to be about? Because then it's going to be about constant stress, and it's not going to be intimate, it's not going to be open, it's not going to be comfortable, and above all, it's not going to be stable, consistent, and satisfying. So here's another way of you operating in the relationship in a more grown-up way that actually gets the job done without harming the relationship and going from one test to the other. Think about what it is you really want that you don't have. You have uncertainty, you have ups and downs about the relationship. You're not sure if your loved one is going to be there all the time or not. So it's a little bit of insecurity. And that usually means you had something like that earlier in your life and you were never able to find out and get that consistent certainty that you were looking for. And you tried all sorts of games to get it. And one way was to provoke jealousy and so on, so that you get a sense of belonging. Well, a better way of doing it would be to actually speak about what it's like for you not to be certain, how scary it is for you, how it makes it difficult for you to invest, and what it does to the relationship from your point of view. If you can't invest, if you're not sure, if you don't know whether you should be guarded, whether you should go all in and be vulnerable, then your loved one will really understand the effect it's having on you not to have that consistent, stable, secure message of togetherness. When you put it into words, rather than manipulate them to act on something, they're going to listen, they're going to understand, and you're going to have a dialogue about it. And at the end of the dialogue, you're both going to understand each other's needs and vulnerabilities and make accommodations, as well as come to the realization that at the end of the day, there really isn't any certainty for sure, 100% of the time forever. That's a kind of fairy tale. But we can do everything we can in the relationship to make sure that on an hour-to-hour, day-to-day basis, we can keep that security going, whether it's keeping in touch, smiling, texting, sharing, and so on, without playing those very dangerous games of flirting with people to make someone jealous just to get proof that they love you. So follow my advice. Come from a grown-up part of you. Talk about how scary it is for you, how sad it is for you, how difficult it is for you to invest and be fully enjoying the relationship. And then have a dialogue with your loved one about it. And you'll find a way that the two of you can enjoy the dialogue and make accommodations to make you and your partner more secure. And that way, the stability, consistency, and certainty will build and build and build, and it'll be as perfect as it's ever going to be possible.